Welcome to the Sovereign Life podcast. And I'm here with Cecilia Wieslander from Sweden, a dear companion in the Freedompreneur water community, and also teacher by profession. She is a mother who's really passionate about giving her kids more time with her and more freedom. And you're also an amazing manifestation coach and practitioner to really, let the inner and outer life like be in balance with each other. And you're also inspiring so many mothers out there to just live in abundance. And you're talking about, single mothers and mothers out there that they should turn into millionaires. And I'm really like, oh,
Yeah.
really dialing into that vision, like what would happen if with all these children and all these mothers, if that would be the case that, I was a single mother for many years and it's a struggle, you really try to just manage everything. And I really admire you on our in our team. You're always showing up if it's with kids around you, like right now, and that's fine, or out in the forest, like you're there and you're doing the work, you're consistent, and you've also reached amazing accomplishments within your business right now, like topping the whole community in the Freedom Era community that we work with in the charts there. Also, like bringing in so many new women and mamas out there to see this opportunity. So, yeah, so honored to have you here, Cecilia. I really am so, blessed to work with you and have you in the team and work together with you, and would love to hear your story and background and how you came into this, what attracted you into this community. But yeah, would love to just get to know you and let people out there get to know you a bit better.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the warm introduction. And yeah, I'm so happy and proud to be a part of this community, both our like Scandinavian community and the worldwide community that we are a part of. It's really amazing. And I'm so happy that I've found this kind of model to work with, because when I worked like as a teacher, more like a 9 to 5 system, it was so much stress in the hamster wheel with my kids. So yeah, I'm so blessed to be able to create something new. And I
Mm,
think we need this kind of systems even here in Sweden, because it's not that big here right now. I think it's growing and people are searching for it, but yeah, I think it will be even more, increase even more the coming years.
mm.
Because here, like for me, I think a lot of people from Sweden, they are like grown up with like some kind of, you go to like high school and then to university and then you get a job, and we have like this kind of step-by-step process, and then you, if you want to, you create a family. And it's really, yeah, a lot of us, we just lean into that. And I did the same. I had like a dream. I wanted to write, so I wanted to become a journalist or try to write my own manuscripts or novels. But my parents told me like, no, you have to choose the safe way and like become a teacher or something. You can become a Swedish teacher, because then you will for sure get a job. So yeah, I did like that kind of lifestyle first. But then when my second child, when he was born, I just felt like deep into my heart that I really wanted to create something new, because I was also a solo mama with my oldest son since he was like 4 years, and it's 10 years between my sons. So I did one kind of circle with the school system and like football games, and yeah, I did a lot of things with his friends. And yeah, yeah, we made it, but it was kind of stressful to first be at work and then manage all his activities, and then also clean and cook and do everything at home. So when my second child was born, I don't live together with his dad, so yeah, I was just thinking I didn't want to do it one more time and repeat everything again. And now with two kids, and also in different ages, they don't need like the same kind of support. So yeah, I remember it. Yeah, we spent a lot of time at the countryside with my family that summer when he was born. And I just remember that I lied like on the beach and on the sofa, like couch in the kitchen, and I was just like dreaming and googling like work from home or online model, online business. I just tried to find something, but I didn't found anything exciting. No, it was kind of, no, I didn't felt that burning desire. But then something, when you start to send out that kind of wishes, sooner or later, if you don't find it, it will find you, I think. So after a while, yeah, I think it was maybe just 4 or 5 months. So it was just a short while. Then a mother came into my space, and we start to have a conversation in Messenger, and I thought we had some kind of connection through dance, because I danced a lot before my second child here was born. So I thought that maybe this is a woman from our dance community. So I accepted a friend request and started the conversation with her. And she tried to explain, and I didn't get it. And yeah, we had a phone call, and she explained a little bit how she worked and how she could manage everything. At that time, she also was a solo mama, and yeah, she told me her experience with this business model. And yeah, we lived pretty close to each other, so we could catch up and like talk and just get to know each other a little bit better. So yeah, and I said to her that something, yeah, it was really in alignment with everything that I wanted to create. So yeah, I just told her to send more information, and I had to move at that time. So I told her, like, after, I just have to move first, but after that I will join. And I really did. So yeah, of course, sometimes you made excuses and try to create excuses. I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't know if I can do it. But actually I just told her that I need to do one thing, and I need to move first, and then I'm ready. So I started my company and my business. Yeah, when my son he was like maybe 8 months at that time. So yeah, it was quite young, but I decided to take small steps, and it's possible in this space. You choose. Some people, they just want to go really fast track and do it fast, and it's so possible. But I didn't have like, I couldn't do it when I was at home with my two kids, and we also had a puppy at that time. So, but she told me that it's possible to just put in like 1 to 2 hours every day, and just take like small steps. So I decided to do something every day, and I had a plan for it. And I also decided, because I was at home, so I could participate at Zoom calls and team calls and everything. So I decided to, even if I didn't understand exactly everything when I get started, I just felt that, okay, I will learn. Yeah, during my journey, I don't need to know exactly everything, because yeah, we have a great support. It's possible to ask, so you don't need to know everything to get started. So I just try to lean into that, and yeah, and just be in this kind of energy. I know that I met a lot of people that I follow even today, and yeah, I just try to follow them at social media and get some inspiration. Yeah,
That's
and it
amazing.
worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it worked.
Yeah. After a while, I didn't have that path.
Yes, it's
Like,
no stress. And like you say, it's so beautiful that everyone has their path in our community. If you want to go a bit slower, that's completely your choice. Or if you want to go like really fast, and it's all like depending on how much time and energy and resources you can put in. But the beauty, it's like everyone is welcome. Everyone is can do it in their own way and path, right?
yes.
But just would love to hear, like, you got started and you've taken these steps, and when did you feel like, how has it been to be a part of this community? And can you share some of the wins, some of the like breakthroughs you've had or insights on the way? Would love to hear that, because you've like you say, you've been such a embodiment of that consistency and just taking the time, doing the steps, and then now you're seeing this expansion happen. That's just amazing to see. Mm.
Yes, it was like a big now afterwards like I tried to explain it for one of my new team members that it was like a big snowball. You know, in Sweden we have our character Pippi Långstrump, and at Christmas she has like a Christmas movie with a big white like snowball, and she's just putting it over like the tipping point over like a road or something, and it's just taking off really fast. So I think that I was building this snowball for a long time, and and one of the things that made it like go downstairs it was
Downhill,
like
yes.
yes, it was like when I started to work with the freedom era.
Hmm.
We have a lot of different options, and everyone they choose their ways. So it's no way it's like exactly the same for all of us. We that's good that we really have the opportunity to choose. But I started a mentorship with the freedom era, and it was with Maria Karlsson in our Swedish team and some of my newest team members at that time. And then I felt like, yeah, I felt like I had all the tools that I needed, and it was a lot of more deep into content creations, and they do a lot of things. They do like 90-day sprints. So I just started my first 1 or 2 months in the freedom era, and then we jumped into a 90-day sprint.
Mm,
And
mm. And
yeah,
just to explain, the Freedom Air is one of the platforms that we're using, the education and support platforms that we're using, just for people to know.
yes, yes.
Yes.
It's our digital like,
Mm.
platform and community. We had like community, Facebook groups, and meetings and supports. Oj, vänta lite, ska vi se. So yeah, that was one of my first kind of my small milestones, and now I did like, and and now afterwards, I think I had one more new team member after my first 90-day sprint. But now I can see that I didn't. Yeah, I did my best from like what I had at that time, and then last year I did one more 90-day sprint, and I had a lot of leads, maybe like 100 for just one masterclass. But actually, it was just one that get started at that time. And now my third 90-day sprint, now I had like 2 new team members the same week. So I think that you need to do like, sometimes it didn't work out exactly the way that you want, or you maybe don't reach your goal for the 90-day sprint, but you just build you create your snowball. So it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
matter because you
exactly.
learn as you go.
Mm.
And now I feel that I do it with completely different energy, and I understand like our, yeah, we have some kind of scripts for our launches and step by step. And my first 90-day sprint, I didn't do all the 10 posts because I was a little bit overwhelmed because it was like my second month in the freedom era. Yeah, but now yeah, I've been practicing, and now I just do it with ease and flow. So I
Mm.
think that, yeah, we all start at one. We start at different places and different levels. If we have worked online before, or if this is a new space for us, so it doesn't matter. You can start from scratch, and it's totally okay. And
Mm.
then start
Mm.
to build something. And of course, if you have a lot of experience, then it will maybe take off a little bit faster. But yeah.
Mm. Mm. And what do you feel like this community and us like working together in the team, what do you think are the key things that you developed, like the key skills that you feel that you have developed to like experience this, like you say, the flow happening and like that, you know, the drill, like it really feels like you're into this now, like there's no stopping you, you're just gonna the snowball is running down the hill.
Yes, and I can't now. It's like too late to.
Yeah, yeah, whatever happens, like that ball is rolling.
Yeah, and then for me, no, I think it's like um no, it's the consistency, like we talked about before, to just to treat it like a business, and
Mm.
like we talk about this often, just treat it like a business and not like a hobby, because if you treat it like a business, you will do, yeah, some action steps every day. And I think I also learned, like, during my journey, like you said, I also did a lot of different programs and trainings in like the personal development containers and stuff like that,
Mm.
both in our community and outside our community, to just add more to this business.
Mm.
And when I learned how to set up like big goals and how to make decisions and how to keep on, how to take actions, and when I learned that kind of skill sets, then
Mm.
it became more easy
Mm. Mm.
and to be more detached, because in the beginning I did some action steps, and I was waiting, like, okay, where is my result, give me the result, because now I did all of these kind of things, and I was kind of frustrated because I didn't get the results when I expected the results. But now I just keep on. I have a more like my in. I feel more calm, like that I do my action steps, and then I just let it go.
Mm.
I play with my kids. I'm outside with my dog. I, yeah, hang out with my friends and family.
Mm.
And the results, they are actually coming, but I don't. It doesn't matter if I reach my goal at that exact date, or if I do it like 1 month later.
Mm.
I
Mm.
think that kind of tools help me a lot
Mm.
to
Mm.
also be able to keep going, and not like push it away and say, okay, maybe this wasn't for me because I don't get
Mm.
the results that I want immediately. So I will
Yeah,
stop doing it.
exactly. I think that's one of the most common mistakes with new people coming into our community, that you go on for a month or two, or you try something a month or two, and then you're like, no, this doesn't work. This isn't for me. And then you might be like so close, like to really, like you said, rolling the snowball, getting to know it, like for that tipping point. And then you like quit just before the tipping point. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know? And then I would love to know more about, because I think this inner work that you've been doing, there's a lot of conversations about that in our community, how often we are like self-sabotaging or standing in our own way, and how important it is to like be clear on your vision and do that kind of manifestation work of really bringing things into strategies and realities. Could you speak a little bit about that and the work, like how that has helped you to, like, what are you doing and how has it helped you, that inner work and that vision and manifestation work?
I think one of the key points is that I live more from inside and out. Before, I just saw everything like in my environment around me, the situations with maybe I had some money struggle because I was a solo mama and on a maternity leave. And yeah,
Mhm.
sometimes it was really challenging. And when I get started, my family didn't get the concept or they didn't even want to listen. And it was kind of stressful at that time. Now I just, yeah, it's okay. They don't need to understand exactly what I do. But at that time, it was kind of stressful. And yeah, sometimes a lot of energy. Just, yeah, it was like my energy was more focusing on all
Everything
things,
outside. Yeah.
outside.
Mm.
But now I try more to live from inside and out and just,
Mm.
like you said before, yeah, I have my daily habits that I do
Mm.
every day to tap into my vision and my like big fantasy goals. So I like write gratitude, practicing every morning. I write my goal like 10 times every morning, and I listen to my different lessons from my different containers. And yeah, I have at least 1 hour in the morning because before my sons wakes up,
Mm.
that or do like some kind of work for me, because I think that's important to set up myself in my vibration before I, yeah, because I'm a morning person, so for me it's not that hard to get up like 5:30 or 5 o'clock. It's okay. But my kids, they're really like in the opposite way. They like to sleep in the morning, and they have a lot of energy in the evening. So that's in the evening time. It's harder for me to get something done. So that's why I need to use the mornings. So during the morning,
Mm.
often I have both time to do my daily practices and something with the business, maybe a post or reach out to some people that I'm in contact with. Yeah, I do it like every morning. And also this kind of repetition, when you do something like every day, then it will get down through your subconscious mind and you will
Mm.
just
Mm.
it, and then it's easier to manifest the things that you want to create in the
Mm.
reality.
Yeah. And
That's
that's
really,
so important because I think for me in the beginning, when people talking about that, it was like, oh, that's a bit woo woo. Like, no, that doesn't work. It's just like imagination. And then the longer I'm in this business and I understand, like you say, it does deeply program your subconscious. If you have a computer that you need to like set the goals for, like this brain and this body, like it almost becomes physical. Like I also really take my morning routine like very seriously these days. Like of course every morning it's maybe not there, but actually morning and evening, like to do something. But I can see, just like you're saying, how everything lightens up. It's like also you train your mind to actually see what is in front of you if you have the opportunities in front of you and actually catch those opportunities. It's like if you haven't trained your subconscious, it the greatest opportunity of your life might just pass by you and like and you won't see it. But if you have, like you said, if you sent that out, like you sent that message out, or maybe you programmed your subconscious so that when this opportunity came, you saw it. Like when
yeah,
this the mother reached out to you, you could actually see, wow, I see it.
yeah,
This is what I've been
yeah,
looking for, you know.
yeah. That kind of mothers that reach out to me today, it's like really my like dream colleagues. I
Mm.
think I tweaked it like during these 3 years that I've been working with this. So now the people that are coming into my space now, they are a little bit different if I compare with the people that was a little bit curious in the beginning. Because
Mm.
now it's really fast action takers. One woman, she just came across my messenger and it took her 3 days to do the paperwork. She saw a masterclass, had her like discovery calls and everything that we offer. And then she just, when can we do the order and the paperwork? And now I saw
Oh,
that
amazing.
made her like teaser posts and curiosity things on her like stories even before she didn't even get her ID yet. But she asked me if we could promote the launch that we have right now. Is it possible for me to be a part of this launch and promote it? So I just, of course, you're welcome to promote the launch. And she
Oh, that's
gets on fire.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
I had another mother, and she's actually she gets started like maybe 1 week ago, and she's one of the mothers that are creating a launch. She's
Oh, wow.
a
That
part.
is that is
She will be
action
one of the
takers united.
she will
That's
speak
like, yeah,
at the launch.
that's one
So
of
that
the slogans for this launch, like action takers unite, like the ones that just see the vision. Okay, what do I do? Yeah, get started. You know, if we're just, multiplying that effect, oh my God, like then it's an avalanche. It's not a snowball any longer. Then it's like,
and you know with the manifestation, I also manifested to have one in my team that know a lot of marketing, because of that I don't I like to write and create content and everything, but I didn't do a single like ad course because it's I want to outsource that because it's not like I don't like it.
It's not
Just
your thing. No.
frustrated. But now the one of the women that it started, she's like, she's a market specialist. So
Oh,
here we
wow.
go.
And that's
So
the
I think
amazing thing. Like everyone isn't good on everything, but when
no,
you work like this with a team and a community, then someone knows ads, someone knows, marketing, someone has done a lot of inner work. And when, all of this comes together, it just creates this magic. Like, yeah,
yes,
amazing what we can do. Like when we're not just alone, because I was also working as a coach for many years and I was alone. I was a single mother. I was alone with like creating my coaching business. And like I needed to do everything, like the content, the launches, the planning. Like if I wasn't there, there was no one to take my place, anything like that. So, and yeah, I think we're like that. I think we are community people, like men and women. We should actually be in a community. We shouldn't be just alone. Just I think as a mother and a single mother or taking care, that's also something that is so valuable, right? That we're not doing things alone. And that, like you
yes,
say, when we grow inside, it reflects outside. And the people that come into our team, our community, that are like attracted to you and what you do, they're also like bigger and bigger and bigger, like leaders and action takers and have, valuable skills, etc. The more you grow, like that's so clear. Yeah.
yes. And I think she also mentioned exactly that when she do like only, but when she works with the marketing, she felt a little bit alone because
Mm.
she tried to build something like alone, and now she feel more that we are a big community. So yeah, I think that's really a good point. So you don't need to wear all the hats alone.
Mm.
So
Mm.
you work together as a team, and that's really beautiful to get
Mm.
that kind of support. And I think a lot of people are searching for that kind of support and community.
Yeah. And you can do this with kids running around. Like, I think, you know, the last podcast we had Victor and Maria, and they just got their baby. And Victor was sitting on like a Pilates ball, like jumping up and down, like with the baby.
That's why you're doing this to me.
And I remember like Sanna, who's your sponsor as well, and me, when we worked together, we both had like babies on our boobs, like we were like feeding our babies while we had like team calls.
Yeah, I did it like my first year in this.
Yeah.
I was so
And
tired.
Maria was sitting there as well with the baby, and
Yes.
it's just, you know, this authentic gang of community. They're just like, yeah, we're living our lives, and then we have a call here and there, and oh, then we're like excited to meet. Like I met this woman the other day who's, you know, we're just clicked directly, and you're like, wow, we have the same vision. Let's create it together. Like we have the tools here. Just yes, go. Oh, that's beautiful. But I would love to know also, because I know, like you said, you have been expanding your bigger vision and your why, and why you're doing this, and what your vision both for yourself and your wider community is. So I would love to hear more about that. Like, what is your why, your bigger vision, and how can what do you want to inspire others to do, other mothers and people out there?
Yes, I really want to inspire other mothers to create that like kind of dream life, and it's not like one model. It's different for different people and different mothers. So, but like a lot of mothers, they ask for more freedom and more time and more money to feel more safe and be able to just make decisions from their heart instead of like the bank account.
Mm,
So yeah, I really want to give that kind of support to families, both families and solo mothers, because if we are a lot of women that are going out and create our visions, it will be a ripple effect.
mm,
And yeah, I also want to spend even more time with my kids and be able to travel and support like children around the world. My yeah, my son is 14 right now, but when he was around 10 or no 8, then we were in Kenya at the school that
mhm.
I supported for some couple of years, because it's one of my friends that's supporting that school because she
Oh,
lived in
wow.
Kenya and everything. So we were able to go with her and visit 2 different schools and even have dinner with some Kenyan families and play with the kids and everything. And it was a really beautiful experience. And I want to go back there and be able to give even more like support.
Mm,
I give some kind of money like each month, but I really want to be able to give more and maybe to other projects as well
mm,
for
mm,
children. So both like just like feel safe for me and my family, of course, and support others, but then also like said, like expand my visions and be
mm,
able to get more time to my passions, like to dance and write novels for children, and yeah, just expand. So I have some visions, of course, with this company and everything here, but I know that we are a lot of people in this community that also do other things because we have that kind of time.
mm,
You
mm.
don't need to wait until you get like 65 and retire to to be
Yeah.
able to do some kind of hobby. It's
Mm,
possible to start earlier.
mm, mm. Of
Do it when your
course.
kids are at school. You don't need to, yeah, work like late evenings and stuff like that. If you have
Mm,
the time during the day when they are at school, then yeah, then it's
mm,
possible to create even more projects, because I think if you work with this business really and have a plan and everything, then you don't need to work like 8 hours each day. possible to work less. Of course, if you do launches, masterclasses, maybe you need to work more for some weeks. But then it's possible to work less between the launches and masterclasses, and then you will be able to create other projects as well. Really love this kind of system. Yes.
Yeah, and actually, I think 3 times per year I do like more intense like work with this, and then usually like in between it kind of calms down naturally, and then I usually do, you know, all the other things like building eco villages and protecting the freedoms and rights of the world and like doing all these other things that you actually have the time and finances to do, or travel, or you know, support other people. Or so I mean, it's such a beautiful vision you have, Cecilia, and I think, like you said, when you feel safe, when you have what you need, then you can actually start to give like to these projects in Africa, or to the children. Like I also share like the passion for the children of this world. Like I think
Yes.
just like you say, like if we can go we make advanced technology and like do all of these kind of things, but we can't take care of our children properly, like come on, that's kind of like should be number one, right?
The first thing, yes, of course.
The first thing we should be able to do is like taking care of the children of this world. They should have their needs met, like period.
Yes.
And I think as like fellow teachers by profession, I think at least that was one of my passions why I became a teacher, to be with the kids and to support them, like a passion for giving them the best start, you know, in their life, and have their creative mind still, and you know, be able to be happy and creative and curious. And so I think it's so beautiful what your vision that you're describing. And
Also, when we have that kind of big visions, it's easy. Then it feels easier to work, because if you really find whatever you want to do, just when you feel that burning desire, you will get up every day and do your routines and everything. So I think you need to find the spark, what you really like and what you really want to do, because then it will be easier to do the work
yeah,
until
yes, exactly.
you are there. So
When you really understand that this is the most effective path to reach that goal, and you just stick to it, then I mean, like you say, it's a driving force that you don't stop for anything. Like when you understand that, okay, it might take some time, you know, in the start, but to then reach complete financial freedom and to be able to change so many people's lives and be able to do your passions, like what is that worth? Like it's worth so much,
yeah,
right?
and I think like everyone can do it if you just are willing to do it and feel for yourself that you are able to do it. Because when I started, I saw a lot of, I think at that time when I get started, a lot of people in the community, they were at that kind of level that I reached like just a couple of days ago. So I saw them, and in the beginning it felt like it was like I just saw this. It was like a big mountain, and I just just start climbing because they can do it. Like I just had that kind of thought that at some point I will do it, and now like this just past week I reached this kind of milestone, and I don't follow our leaderboard and that kind of things really frequently, but this week and another week, like for just a couple of weeks ago, I saw my name at one of our leaderboards in this community that we was talking about, the Freedom Era, and I know that I've been just maybe tapping into that when I do the 90-day sprint, because it's good to get in to that kind of leaderboard and find some inspirational maybe Instagram account and just get some inspiration. But now actually I was at for this whole month, I think I was number 7 in our whole the community. So
And that's for
I was
everyone, like that's the international community of thousands of people. Like it's
thinking,
not small, it's huge.
it's really, and I was
Like
thinking like,
being at the top of like
yeah,
thousands of people doing this. So that is such an accomplishment, really.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I just saw it in my mind, like, yeah, when I get started, that okay, I will be someday. I don't know exactly. I didn't have like a date or like, but I just felt that one day I will. See, I just saw my before it happens. I just saw my name. Like, it's possible. Yeah,
Yay.
maybe it will take a couple of years, but and maybe I thought that this that maybe it becomes maybe I thought maybe when I yeah we have next level after this level I was thinking that maybe when I get like yeah we call it like 6A, but now I reached that goal a little bit faster than I expected, so and that's totally fine. Some things you need to
Okay
wait
to
for,
reach the
some,
goals faster.
sometimes it gets faster and
Yeah.
sometimes it takes time. You don't know your timeline. You don't need to know the exactly timeline for everything.
And I've seen this so many times in the business where sometimes you just do these quantum leaps where you think like, oh, nothing's happening, it's taking too long time, and then people are like, oh, should I give up? And then, but all of a sudden, you've actually built something, and you can't see it until suddenly it just quantum leaps, like it, just takes off, in a way that you couldn't have imagined. So yeah, yeah, amazing accomplishment, Cecilia. You're such an inspiration there. But I hear your son wanting to.
Yeah, he had some kind of idea. He wants to get down to the basement and
Okay.
and get all, but it's a little bit early. He's asking for
Okay.
our Christmas
Uh-huh.
julepynt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the last question is just for all those new people that might be watching now and they might be feeling just like both you and I were feeling from the start, like, okay, they can do it and they climb this big mountain, but I'm down here and I'm so small, like I can't do it. What would you say to inspire those people that are watching right
Yeah, just first of all, just to tap into your bigger goals and dreams and visions. And if your current lifestyle doesn't support that kind of dreams, then you need to do something. So the second time, just take yes, like a kind of decision based on like education, like watch the masterclass, be participate in our launch, so you know everything clear before you make that decision. Vi är snart färdiga. And then just... Ja, han är... Där kommer gubben. And then just go for it and you will get all the support that you need and you don't need to get to know everything when you get started.
now? Oh, that's so valuable, especially like taking the time to educate yourself, because I think a lot of people just have a quick look and then like, oh, it's like this or it's like that. They compare to other things that they've seen where they don't like realize that this is very, very unique what we have in our hands here for everyone. So thank you, Cecilia. You are such a beautiful shining light, like of consistency, of doing everything in the middle of being a mama, being there for your kids and for your community, everything. So really, really inspiring to hear your story. And thank you for being on in the middle of everything. That's the way you are. I see you on the team calls, like out in the forest or with a kid here or in the middle of life, which is beautiful that you can do this kind of business, like in the middle of life, like in the middle of everything you do. So thank you so, so much. Any last words before we end?
Thank you very much. And thank you for your support during this year.
Oh, thank you, Cecilia. Thank you. And have a great evening with your son, with your family. And So, big congratulations for your big achievements in the business. It's amazing to see. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.